The Smiling Man. I first encountered him on a quiet evening stroll through my neighborhood. The sun had just dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the sidewalk. As I turned a corner, I saw him, a tall figure, silhouetted against a streetlight, dancing. His movements were strange, almost inhuman. He twisted and swayed, jerking his limbs in erratic patterns. What unnerved me most was his face, a wide, unnaturally wide grin plastered across his features. I froze, unsure of what to do. He hadn't noticed me yet, his gaze fixed on something unseen. I debated crossing the street to avoid him when he suddenly stopped. His head snapped in my direction, and that grin widened even further. My heart raced as he began to move towards me, not walking but almost skipping. His movements were too quick, too smooth, like a marionette controlled by an unseen hand. I backed away slowly, keeping my eyes on him. His grin never wavered, his eyes locked onto mine. I broke into a sprint, fear lending me speed. Behind me, I could hear his footsteps, quick and steady. I dared a glance over my shoulder and saw him gaining, that grin impossibly wide. I turned a corner, hoping to lose him in the maze of streets. After what felt like an eternity of running, I finally reached my doorstep. I fumbled for my keys, praying he hadn't followed me home. When I finally looked back, the street was empty. The only sound was my ragged breathing and the pounding of my heart. I never saw him again, but the memory of that night haunts me. Who or what was the Smiling Man, and what would have happened if he caught me?